For a limited time only, the principal investigator of Jinzhou's Huashu Academy is here. Xiangli is available for the low price of free $99. Act now. This deal will not last. With everyone now having access to Xiangli, it's only fitting that we break down what he does and how to use him. Wuthering Wave's skills are written like someone's stream of consciousness. Every skill has like 4 names and is cross-referenced across the entire skill tree. Who could possibly make sense of all this? It's me, duh. Listen up, and I'll get you right. Xiangli is primarily an ult form character, meaning his optimal playstyle is centered around using his resonance liberation to enter a special stance called intuition. Everything you do while in the intuition state is considered ult damage. The bulk of his damage comes from the initial ult cast, which is very strong, and its forte ability, Law of Rains, which at max level deals 638% attack damage, which is already substantial. But check this out, he can perform this ability up to 3 times per ult cast. Mans is dishing out. So what is Law of Rains and how do you do it? It's a skill cast when in ult form mode. You need a full forte bar to use Law of Rains. Prior to having a full forte bar, the skill is called Divergence and deals less damage. But fear not, my friends, early skill casts actually help you build forte. In fact, almost everything you do helps you build forte with him. Now that we have the big picture, let's zoom in and take a look at some of the details. His basic attacks perform up to 5 hits, and the mid-air strike does a plunging attack. Every normal attack grants forte energy. While in base form, his skill is pretty simple. He attacks doing electro damage. This ability is called Deduction. Every cast Deduction grants forte energy. When casting with a full forte bar, this ability changes to Decipher, increasing the damage dealt. Decipher is considered ult damage, and whether casting Decipher in base form or ult form, Xiangli is able to perform a special mid-air follow-up ability called Revamp. And this ability is really cool. It allows him to dash super far to the enemy's location. As discussed before, Xiangli's Resonance Liberation causes him to enter the intuition state. He then gains 3 hypercubes. Using the forte skill Law of Rains consumes 1 hypercube per cast, and intuition ends when all 3 cubes have been consumed. While in the intuition state, all of his abilities get new names and increased scaling. Basic attacks become Pivot Impale, skills become Divergence, and his dodge counter becomes Unfathomed, which deals a lot of damage. It might be the most powerful dodge counter in the game. Xiangli's outro skill is cool and kinda unique. It allows him to deal coordinated off-field damage. Xiangli's inherent skill 2 is very useful, so you should unlock it as soon as possible. It enhances his resistance to interruption. There's a debate right now around which echo set is better, Void Thunder or Lingering Tunes. Well, I'm here to set the record straight. It's Void Thunder. Anyone trying to tell you otherwise, you should probably give them the side eye. They can be similar, but we're talking about which one is better. And objectively, Void Thunder is better. And that's even if you don't use Memphis as your active skill. Now, if your Void Thunder substats are trash, but you have good ones on Lingering, of course use Lingering. A number of different types of builds related to echo costs have popped up recently, but I still think 43311 is easier and the better recommendation right now. For the 3 costs, using 1 type damage and 1 attack percent yields higher damage for Xiangli because of how his stats are distributed. Verity's handle is his best in slot, and is very much worth it if you can get it. With a crit rate substat, it makes it much easier to build and balance your stats. So it's a weapon that will be valuable for a long time, even if only used for a stat stick for others. If you can't get Verity's handle, Abyss Surges is the next best thing. Boosts your attack by quite a lot. Now for 4-star options, the Battle Pass Stonard is his best option. If you're not a Battle Pass subscriber, the pickings are kinda slim, but if I had to choose one, I'd choose Gauntlet's 21D. Today, I won't be going over all of his sequences, but I will be telling you where I think the best stopping point is, and that is Sequence Node 2. Both Sequence 1 and Sequence 2 boost your damage from ult tremendously. And of course, if you're pay to win, you already know what to do. Xiangli is a quick, super mobile damage dealer. His movements and animations are perfect for the Electro attribute. He zips and zooms around like lightning. He's very powerful and definitely worth investing in. I really hope I gave you some direction on how to use and build this character, and if I did, please consider liking and subscribing. That is all I have for you today, and until next time, I'll catch you in the waves. Peace.